Hello and happy 1st of October. It's finally here, the perfect time of year for all our horror needs to finally become more normal and what everybody else is doing as well. So I'm really excited that it is finally the 1st of October. Also because there are two things which are published today, and I would just like to quickly mention them before I do anything else. So the first that I am going to mention is an ARC that I've received, a nice physical ARC, which I always do love as much as possible, and I do appreciate when they've been sent from America as well, because I do know how much the postage is. So this is Captain Clive's Dream World by John Bassoff, and I was lucky enough to receive this from John on a recommendation from Sadie, Mother Horror. I am about a third of the way through so far, and apart from the fact that it is about a theme park that's gone a bit horribly wrong, which gives me Disney World vibes, of course, and we all know how much I love Disney World. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Not really sure where it's going, and I like that. It's the first thing I've read of John's, but if this is his usual style, then it won't be the last. So happy pub day. I know that the Nightworms are doing a bit of a review party over on the Nightworm blog, so make sure you go and check that out. Unfortunately, I didn't get mine quite in time, so I haven't been able to finish it to join in with that, but a review will be coming when I have finished. So thank you again to John and Sadie for that one. Really good so far. Good luck with that. Okay, this one I have been so excited about, and it's finally downloaded onto my Kindle this morning, and it is this absolute beauty, Local Haunts, a Horrortober anthology. Regina from Regina's Haunted Library has put this together with several different booktubers, horror-tubers who are also writers. And the reason why I'm so excited is not only for Cameron Rabique's absolutely gorgeous cover, look at that. I've only got it in the ebook at the moment, but I've already ordered myself a paperback as well, because I need it to go alongside this one. And not only will I then have two matching Cameron Rabique, and I need more of his books anyway, books on my shelf, but this one has one of the best short stories I have ever read, called At the End of the Rope, by the very super duper multi-talented Cameron Chaney. I won't say anything else about that story apart from, like Autumn Crow, it is set in the universe of Autumn Crow, and if you are familiar with Cameron's work at all, you know that he writes melancholic horror, and yeah, actual tears reading it, but it was as beautiful as I had expected, and I'm looking forward to diving into this and reading some other stories as well from people that I tend to follow. Okay, so happy book pub day to both of those books. I hope that they do really well. The Local Haunts one in particular is a charity anthology. I have forgotten what the charity is, because I believe it's an American children's reading charity, something like that. I will make sure that I link it down below, because it is important, obviously, but I've forgotten what it is because it's an American one, so apologies. Okay, what am I reading at the moment? I am about to start the Creature Feature Halloween Reading Extravaganza. Halloween Reading Creature Feature, the one that Books of Blood and Jason White are doing. I will put the correct hashtag down below as well. Halloween Reading Extravaganza is the hashtag you need to know. Creature Feature. Anyway, I've already done my video for that of what I'm going to be reading, so I am going to be starting, I'm going to do it in a slightly different order, and I'm going to start the John Everson book first, Voodoo Heart, which is still in that pile at the moment, because I need to get on with it, because that again is one of my review books. But I need to finish some things first, which I will read very quickly. So I need to finish the Captain Clive's. I also need to finish this little beauty, which is Darkened Wings Flutter by my bestie Lou Yardley. almost done with that one. Read it, it's brilliant. And then I am about a third of the way through this one, which is super duper fantastic. And I do have another Hunter one on the creature feature reading extravaganza. So I need to be getting on with this in the evenings instead of pissing about on here and procrastinating. I need to be getting my read back on. Because obviously I'm reading about 20 books at once as usual. And I also just started... don't look at me like that. I have just started, can you see that? Devoured by our buddy Jason Brandt from over at Final Guys. And I think most people who know what Final Guys is, you know Hunter's a writer, you know Tim Meyer's a writer, but do you all know that Jason is a writer as well? Make sure that you do. So this is part of his Hunger series, which when I downloaded it last week, the week before, was actually free on Kindle, and I'm only 2 or 3 chapters in, but I like it already. So check Jason Brandt out. Okay, right, now the other thing I have decided to do every day, although probably not on here every day because you'll be sick of the sight of me, but at least every day on Twitter, is to recommend an indie horror author for each of the days, so 31 obviously, of October. Now, I'm not going to do this in any particular order, so just because I'm starting with someone today and ending on the 31st, there's no order whatsoever. I'm just plucking random people out. These will be authors that they might be friends of mine, or it might be people that I've interacted with, or they could be people that I see on Twitter and I see in the community, but I have no interaction with. So these are not all people that I am plugging just because we are friendly. There will be a mixture of male and female writers. There will be a mixture of, I think they are mainly UK and USA, not for any particular reason, that's just, but I haven't finished the list yet. I've only got about 23, 24 so far, so there will be some others, and I will try and get some different ethnicities in there as well, and different things like that, so that we're not just plugging our usual old white dudes in horror. As I say, these are all going to be indie and small press people, so although we all love Stephen King, he does not need any more plugging because he will sell billions of books regardless of whether I waffle about him. But there might just be one person on this list that you think to yourself, oh yeah, I might just check that out. So the person today that I'm going to be recommending that you check out some of their work is somebody who's fairly local to me actually. He doesn't live too far away, and his name is Ross Jeffrey. Now, Ross came to me highly recommended by my very good friend Joshua Marcella, and when Joshua and I started chatting, he said, I've got another English writer that I'm buddies with, and I've got to beta read some of his stuff, and he'd beta read some of his stuff, and vice versa. And he said, I don't think he lives that far from you. And he said about Ross, and Ross and I have spoken quite a few times, and he's a lovely guy. So he has a book out at the moment called Juniper, which I've seen on quite a few people's TBRs and review videos and things, so it's definitely been getting out and about. And I know that he's got a new one called Tome, which will be out soon, and again I've seen that on a couple of videos where people have described it, and it seems like it's a prison horror, which sounds pretty good. So Juniper is what Ross has out at the moment. If you go onto his Amazon profile, then there's a few other little bits and pieces that he's done as well. And not only is he a writer, he's a very active part of the horror community, of his own YouTube channel, which I shall link down below as well, in which he does book hauls and roundups and TBRs and lots of reviews. And he was very kind and reviewed Diabolica Britannica for us, gave that a glowing review. He's read a couple of my stories and been super duper kind about them, so that's also really nice. You can make sure that you can follow him on Twitter, and he will soon be putting the pre-orders up for Tome for, I think, the ebook, and then the paperback should be coming out quite soon, and I will definitely be snagging that. From what Ross has said, although they're set in the same universe, you can read them out of order, although obviously for him it's best if you buy all the books, because that's what we want, isn't it? We want to buy all the books. So Ross Jeffrey, really nice guy. Make sure that you are following him on Twitter, of course, I remember Twitter, and all of those kind of things. He's a great reviewer and just real supporter of the community. Okay, so I will be starting my Horrotober Halloween reading extravaganza very, very soon with Voodoo Heart. I've got several books to finish first, but I don't think they're going to take me too long. I should probably be putting some of my other Kindle reads on the back burner for now while I try and concentrate on the ones that I've said I'm going to read. What have I got coming for review? I have got a couple of things coming, which I won't say about right now, just until they actually arrive, and then I can show you. But both of them I'm extremely excited for. Both of them are people that have reached out to me and said, can I send it to you? One in particular, I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I'm very excited about that. I'm very privileged to be one of his chosen people that he's sent something out to, so that will be exciting. Okay, so as I said, I won't be doing a video for every one of the 31 days to recommend, because you'll all be absolutely sick of the sight of me. Tomorrow Lou and I are going to be filming another episode of Cryptids, Crypts and Coffee with Peter from Red Cape Publishing, so that will be something that you guys can look forward to. Make sure that you are checking out our previous episodes, the one that we did with the final guys, well, 3 of the final guys, Jason, Jack and Hunter, was so much fun. And the previous one that we did with Joshua and Tim Meyer, the 4th final guy, that was really good as well. So please make sure that you are checking that out, because it is something that Lou and I are doing, not for any benefit for ourselves, but just to have a bit of fun and to try and get, you know, other people in the community to be able to talk about their work and things. We've got some exciting ones coming up with that. Obviously through the October time, we should be talking to the final guys again. That will be excellent. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I will be doing another proper what I'm reading, what I've read, review type videos in a few days time. So until then, it's finally here, Horrotober. Let me know what you're going to read, and happy Halloween, guys.